got on a train from Batumi to Tbilisi. The train ride took about 5 to 6 hours and it cost us 76 lari, which is about $28 or so, which is very, very cheap, you know, if you compare it to train prices in the US, for example. But I guess it's normal price for Georgia. It was a very comfortable train. There were 2 levels. We were sitting on the second one, so the view was probably a little bit better. And then there was a restroom on the first floor, and all the seats were very comfortable. Was a little tray, like a table tray that you could use when you're having snacks, or if you wanted to work during the trip, you could. Honestly, the more I look back on all the trips that I took, like all the little places I've been, the more I think if it was a solo trip, of course I would have done so much work, you know, even like being on a train, working on a book sounds very idyllic. But of course I spent this time with my family, and so mostly I was engaged in conversation with them, and you know, I was thinking about my book, but it was mostly during dedicated brainstorming times, which were early in the morning, and not during the actual trip. During the actual trip, I just enjoyed the scenery. I really love Georgian nature. It's beautiful. If I could change one thing about Georgia, and of course, I don't want to change anything about Georgia. Georgia is its own country, its own culture. But if I could just change one thing, it would be the smoking. Smoking is extremely prevalent, especially, I guess it depends which country you're coming from, but coming from the United States, it's extremely prevalent. It's everywhere. It's close to children's playgrounds, close to the pools, everywhere. You know, as you're standing waiting for the traffic signal to go red, to go green, so you can cross. It's like if you're sitting in a restaurant, people don't smoke inside, but they do smoke right outside, and the windows are open, so all of the smoke is coming in as you're eating. Like, that is one thing that really, really bugged me as somebody who doesn't smoke and hates the smell of smoke. That was the only thing that I really could have done without in Georgia, but otherwise I have very, very positive impression of the country. The hotel we stayed at was called Ibis Styles. It's lovely, it's cute, it's centrally located in the heart of Tbilisi in Old Town, and it's convenient to get places from there. And I love the view. I loved watching the cabin scroll, you know, over the city. It was great. And my siblings also had a balcony in their room, so we spent a lot of nights just hanging out, having a good time.
Just don't realize how much I love you.
We crossed the Peace Bridge, which is one of the attractions and newer additions to the city, and we got into this lovely and lively park. A lot of people were hanging out there, having a good time, a lot of musicians, and we came to these fountains kind of in the center of the park, and you know, we're just looking at them, and then all of a sudden they got illuminated, so I guess they're very beautiful at night. We didn't stay much longer, so we didn't see them when it's completely dark, but I assume they're very beautiful. And also, as we were crossing the bridge, we could see this like large white sphere, and we thought, oh, that's probably like part of the architecture, like an unusual, I don't know, landmark or something. Well, it turned out it was the balloon that you can get in and go up and I guess have a nice view from up there. It was getting late, so we were heading back to the hotel, and on our way we saw some cute local spots, everything's, when you're in a new city, everything's fun, everything's beautiful. Once you start living there, you get used to the landscape and it doesn't affect you as much, but when you're a tourist, everything is fun to see. If you remember where we left off in the Batumi vlog, I was getting ready to finish Act 1 brainstorming, and so I was able to do that in Tbilisi and start working on Act 2. So every morning I would brainstorm a little bit and then we would go and explore the city. So there was a little staircase leading from the 7th floor to the 6th floor, and my sister's room was right under mine, so I liked to use this staircase instead of the elevator to go down to their level. And then we went to breakfast together, and then that day after we had our breakfast, we decided to go up to a park that's on a hill, and so we needed to use something for it. We wanted to use the funicular, but it was closed, and they were like, oh, come back tomorrow, it might be open or might not be open tomorrow. And we're like, no thank you, because we do need to get up there today since we only have 2 days here left. And so we just walked a little bit more and got to the point where the cable car was starting. So I do not love heights, so I was not thrilled about this idea. Actually, a couple of people from our group decided to take taxi instead, but then they told me that the taxi driver was driving very aggressively and they were not feeling safe there either, so I guess the cable car was not as bad. Also, the Tbilisi cable car system is relatively new, so hopefully it is safe. I just, I don't trust people with this kind of stuff. But it was also, a nice experience going up there. And I don't think there's it's either taxi through a very mountainous area or it's a cable car. And people treat the cable car system as just a regular transportation system there. So, it worked just fine. And the park we went to, the Satsminda Park, I loved it because it reminded me very much of my summer camp when I was little. This is kind of the vibe that my summer camp had, so I really, really enjoyed it. Even though it was rainy, it was still such a lovely and relaxing time up there. As we're going down, you can see the type of the road that it is. It's interesting because, close to Virginia where I live, there is the mountain range, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and you can find roads like that there, but they are not as populated. You don't see like this whole neighborhoods, on the side of the road. What you see is like a little house here and there, maybe like a gas station, but mostly it's just forest, it's just mountains. And here it's different in a way that it's more open, and you see it's like much more settled in a way. So it's a very different vibe. I did enjoy going down the people who were driving with me, they told me this drive was much more comfortable than the drive up. The driver was very nice and very careful, so we enjoyed that. And then we went to have dinner in this lovely place that serves different type of hinkali. So I don't eat meat, so I cannot eat the traditional hinkali. So it was really nice to have a variety. There's like mushroom hinkali and potato hinkali and even chocolate and berry hinkali. Really, really cool stuff. So I enjoyed my time there very, very much. On day 3, we separated into 2 groups. One group went to a water park, and another group, which I was a part of, went to a market because we wanted to buy maybe some souvenirs, some spices, some tortilla and stuff like that. So we went to this market. I got some stuff for my coworkers there, and I also enjoyed the flowers. What I noticed about Georgia, they love hydrangeas just as much as I do. I'm obsessed with hydrangeas. I love the way they look. And I've seen hydrangeas everywhere in Georgia. And I'm like, oh, these are my people. They love hydrangeas as much as I do. So I really enjoy nature in Georgia for sure. And like the flowers and everything. It's very, very beautiful. And then in the middle of the day, I went to have a lunch all by myself in this Russian/Ukrainian restaurant. The food was not very good. The cafe was cute, but the food was not very good, so I'm not gonna name it. But then we went to the botanical garden. We really wanted to visit the botanical garden, and again, like we either could take a taxi, that would probably be a long taxi drive, or we could take a cable car. So we decided to take a cable car. And by then, I guess I got used to them. Also, it was like a short cable car line, so you didn't have to be up in the air for too long. There were a lot of people offering different kind of services. So I guess because all of these places are very touristy locations, a lot of people are offering like boat cruises and all sorts of like trips right outside of Tbilisi to tourists. So we always had to say no thank you, we're not interested, because maybe if we had more time we would have done something like that, but we were only there for a couple of days and we had our own plans, and one of those plans was to see the botanical gardens. Well, what do you know, here we are going up, everything starts lovely, and up there the first mistake was not asking for directions and not really looking for directions. What we did instead, we just walked in the direction where some other people walked. And I mean, there were some pros to that. For example, we saw this statue, which is called the Mother of Georgia. It's the beautiful statue that I could see from my room in the hotel, but now we were on the mountain and right, close to the statue. And then we are walking a little bit more. And then it turns out that once you go past the statue, there's some kind of a bridge there. And then there's just the road for the cars, not for the people. And so that's when we realized our mistake, that we're walking in the wrong direction. And clearly the entrance to the botanical garden is not there. So we just turned around, we walked a little bit more. I did get to see some beautiful wild birds. I do not love the fact that these birds that are supposed to be free are being used to make money. but the birds were beautiful, and I enjoyed seeing them up close. It's crazy how they're just sitting so calmly. They must be trained in some way, and I always think about, you know, animal cruelty and stuff, so I hope they're treated well. But when we came back to the entrance, you see there are more people here. We're like, okay, so I guess we found the entrance to the botanical gardens. And then we see this huge thing, right, that says National Botanical Garden of Georgia. We're like, yay! And then we look down, and the walkway is closed, and the only thing that's down there is the zip line. So I guess if you want to see the botanical gardens, you have to take the zip line down there. Yay! And I was not a fan of this idea, so we just left at that point. But we enjoyed looking at it from up there, you know. And to finish our last day, we had a quick bite in the rooftop restaurant in Ibis Styles on the 5th floor. It was lovely. I had the best tacos of my life, actually. They were very, very good. Anyways, that was the end of the day for us. It's about 3:40 a.m. and we are heading to the airport very soon. So that's the wrap on our trip to Georgia. I already know this is going to be a very, very long vlog, so if you watched it till this point, thank you so much for watching. This was a really unique experience. I haven't been outside of the US for 7 years, and I haven't really been to many foreign countries, so this was very special. It was also very special because I got to spend time with my family, who I haven't seen in a very, very long time. So thank you for joining me on this trip. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!